So, U.S. President Donald Trump says he's taken a drug that's used actually to treat malaria and autoimmune conditions. Hydroxychloroquine has been touted as a potential treatment for coronavirus, but at least one study shows that the drug doesn't work against COVID-19 and could also cause serious side effects. Our correspondent Simon Marks joins us now live from Washington. Simon, good to speak to you as always. So the president came out and says this is a drug that he has been taking for over 2 weeks now. The FDA has warned that the drug can cause serious heart problems. Why is Trump doing this?
Well, it was another jaw-dropping moment at the White House, Tony, and it sort of takes us to wind the clock back to 3 or 4 weeks ago when the president was asking his public health advisors whether disinfectant might be used as a suitable treatment for coronavirus. I mean, we have to underscore to viewers that they should not do what President Trump is doing. He announced yesterday that for the last 2 weeks, even though he hasn't tested positive for COVID-19, he is taking hydroxychloroquine as a preventative. Now, this is an anti-malarial drug that he has relentlessly promoted from the podium of the White House, even though his own government, the Food and Drug Administration, a branch of the U.S. government, has issued a warning to Americans saying under no circumstances should they be using this drug to treat COVID-19, much less to use as a preventative outside of a hospital setting. In hospitals in New York, doctors have abandoned some trials in which they were using hydroxychloroquine because they found that it could cause heart arrhythmia in patients and in some COVID patients even deaths. And yet here was the president yesterday saying, out of the blue, that he's been taking it for the last 2 weeks. Within the last 90 minutes or so, his press secretary, amid skepticism about the claim, has confirmed that yes, indeed, he is taking it. He says frontline health workers all over the country are taking it. There's no evidence that the White House has furnished to support that claim. The president insists he's got no financial interests in the company that produces hydroxychloroquine, but this has been just a bizarre spin of the news cycle here, in which Donald Trump once again has flabbergasted reporters who cover the White House with this revelation.
Interestingly, though, he's also flabbergasted, if using that word, Simon, his favorite news network, Fox News. One of their reporters, their anchors, coming out and saying, I cannot stress this enough, this will kill you, do not use this. And then Trump goes his favorite outlet, which is, of course, Twitter, saying he's looking for a new outlet. The relationship between Trump and Fox News is not so rosy anymore?
Yeah, he's indicated that there's a strain in that relationship previously, but those comments by Neil Cavuto, the Fox News anchor, shortly after President Trump made his announcement were absolutely unmistakable, as he told viewers, don't do what President Trump is doing, it will kill you. This is a very, very dangerous drug that the president has decided to take. President Trump says that he received the backing of the White House physician to take the drug. A memo was published by the physician lately saying that the two of them had had numerous conversations about the efficacy of hydroxychloroquine. There are other Fox News hosts, though, that have been relentlessly promoting the drug as well, including one primetime evening host by the name of Laura Ingraham, who on 2 separate occasions, we now know, was invited to the White House with some of the guests from her program, medics that appear regularly on her program, to talk to the president about this drug, hydroxychloroquine. And President Trump said yesterday that one of the reasons why he decided to take it was because he had received a letter out of the blue sent to the White House by a physician in upstate New York suggesting that the president ought to be taking it. I mean, there's a massive mystery here, and this is not normal behavior, certainly not normal relationships that one usually observes between a president of the United States and the top White House doctor.
Very true. Now, President Donald Trump, he's redoubled his criticism of the World Health Organization, of course, threatening now to permanently withdraw funding and also cancel U.S. membership. What's the reaction to that?
Yeah, he's given the World Health Organization 30 days to engage in major substantive reforms, or else, he says, the United States will fold up its tent and walk away and take hundreds of millions of dollars in support for the WHO with it. President Trump, as you know, accuses the World Health Organization of being far too credulous of what China was initially telling it about COVID-19 back in December. He accuses both China and the WHO of a cover-up of the existence of coronavirus. The Chinese have accused him within the last few hours of smearing their country. But for the World Health Organization, you know, this is now going to be a major problem. They have agreed at the World Health Assembly that's been underway over the last 2 days to conduct a review of their handling of COVID-19 at the appropriate moment. But, you know, the United States provides hundreds of millions of dollars a year to support WHO activities. If that money is withdrawn, that will be a problem for the WHO. And if America is not a member of the WHO, its public health institutes will be shut off from receiving information and advice from the Geneva-based body. So this is another moment where President Trump is threatening to pull American involvement from an international organization, and his critics worry that could rebound and do as much damage to the United States as it does to the organization itself.
Simon Marks, thank you so much. These are indeed interesting times that we're living in. Simon Marks, our correspondent, talking to us live from Washington, D.C.